listeners, and welcome to yet another episode of the Nigeria Football Weekly podcast. I'm your host, Oloke. Today's episode 54, and we are just a couple of hours away from the second leg of the Nigeria-Ghana playoff taking place in Abuja at 6 p.m. So the first leg took place on Friday, so I'm just going to be doing a quick rundown of how that game went, and of course previewing the game happening later today for your pleasure. As all Nigerians know by now, the first leg was a 0-0 draw in Kumasi. It wasn't evenly contested affair, to be fair. You would argue that Ghana did have the better of the first half, and I'll say Nigeria did have the better of the second half, especially with our two clear-cut chances. The one which Moses Simon missed in particularly, and we also know about the penalty incident. In terms of Nigeria's starting lineup, it wasn't far from what we expected, to be fair. We did see the usual 4-2-3-1 or 4-4-2, depending on how you interpret it. Normal backlines, Edu Sanusi, Balogun, Ekong, Aina. Uzoho was in goal, and it was really, really good, to be fair. Joaribo and Innocent Bonke played in midfield, so Innocent Bonke started in place of the injured Wilfred Ndidi. We saw Moses Simon on the left wing and Chukwueze on the right wing, and Iheanacho was supporting Victor Osimhen in the role just behind the main striker. We did see Calvin Bassey come on in the 74th minute to make his debut, replacing Edu Sanusi at left back. Ademola Lookman also came on in the 74th minute to replace Moses Simon for his Super Eagles debut. We saw Etebo replace Innocent Bonke in the 62nd minute, and he did get a yellow card, but he looked really lively. Franco Yeka also came on for Joaribo in the 59th minute of the game, and we also saw Emmanuel Dennis come in to replace Samuel Chukwueze in the 59th minute of the game. As for the Ghanaians, although we weren't too sure how they'll line up, it wasn't too surprising. So they had Wallacott in goal, Jiku and Amate as the centre-back pairing, which is their usual centre-back pairing. We saw Mensah start at left-back and Dennis Odoi come in to make his debut at right-back. He was really, really good, to be fair to him. We saw Thomas Partey, Rahman Baba and Mohamed Kudus play in midfield in the midfield three. I thought Partey and Kudus in particular were really, really good in this game. Kudus looked very, very lively, and they had a lot of energy. In fact, to be honest, they dominated our midfield because they had the extra man in there, whereas we had Innocent Bonke and Joaribo trying to handle all three of those players. We saw Jordan Ayew start the game and Fatawu Ishaku on the wings, and then Afena Jayan played as the top striker up top. It was his Ghanaian debut as well, so that was interesting, but I thought he was really, really lively. In terms of their subs, they brought on Daniel Kere in the 82nd minute. Usman Bukhari came on in the 79th minute. And in the 90th minute, they brought on Kwasi Reet for Jordan Ayew. General stats of the game, Ghana did have more shots, 10 to our 7. They had 2 shots on target. We had 2 shots on target. They also had a bit more possession, 56% to 54%. They completed more passes, 380 to our 294. Passing accuracy was the same for both teams, 77%, although Nigeria did foul more times than the Ghanaians with 19 compared to 12. 1 yellow card each for both teams, Jiku, the Ghanaian centre-back, and Etebo for Nigeria. And 9 corners for Ghana to Nigeria's 2. Although you could argue they were pretty ineffective from their set pieces because we dealt with the vast majority of them fairly easily. I think there might have been one which connected, but the vast majority of the headers didn't seem to cause any damage to the Super Eagles. As I said, the key moments in the game, we did see Osimhen go close in the 21st minute, and Joaribo missed a really, really good opportunity after a brilliant pass from Ola Aina. I think with a bit more composure, we may have seen Joaribo do better with that chance. But all in all, Ghana were the more lively team. I think the home support definitely played a part in how they felt and how they reacted to the game. You definitely understand what they meant by the Baba Yara Stadium causing almost being like a 12th man for the Ghanaians, and that was definitely something that we saw. In the second half, in the 54th minute, Moses Simon had a one-on-one, which, to be fair to Wallacott, he made a good save, but we would have been feeling a lot more secure if we at least got one away goal for this tie. We had the better chances, and there was also a penalty claim during the game. The ref initially gave a penalty to Nigeria for a handball by the Ghanaian defender, but in checking VAR, he gave it as a Ghanaian free kick because of a foul by Etebo and Iheanacho, who were both trying to gazump the Ghanaian player. In terms of our best players in this game, I have to say our centre-backs were pretty good. Balogun and Ekong. I thought Leon Balogun showed why he starts for Nigeria every time. There are a few moments where Ghanaians were in between, had broken through our defence, and Balogun had to make 1 or 2 last-minute ditch tackles. and he was really, really good at them. I thought Uzoho was very, very calm, confident, didn't put a foot wrong, to be fair. He was able to claim crosses where he should have claimed them. He didn't make any errors at all. Even when we tried to play out from the back, I thought he was pretty good. But the rest of the players were pretty average, I'd say. For the Ghanaians, as I mentioned already, Kudus and Partey were really, really good. Afenajian and Ayu were really lively as well. They did really well against our fullbacks. They broke in behind quite a few times, but their final ball was really, really lacking. In terms of players who left a bit to be desired from the Nigeria perspective, I thought our wingers were really, really poor. Moses Simon was pretty much ineffective throughout this game. Same for Samuel Chukwueze. So we need to address that for the game happening later today. I thought Iheanacho as a second striker also did not work. We definitely got bombarded in midfield and overrun. And it will be good to see us playing actual midfielder in the number 10 spot and then double up in the midfield rather than having Aribo playing with just one defensive-minded midfielder, which I don't think gives us enough protection to handle the Ghanaian midfield. Aribo also didn't have his best game, but as I keep saying, for Nigeria, they keep playing him out of position, which is not something we want to see. But anyway, overall thoughts on the game. It's still in the balance. It's 0-0. The crowd definitely played their part in Ghana's draw. Osimhen wasn't involved in the game as much as we would have expected, so that's something that needs to be addressed for the second leg. So hopefully we'll see that change in today's game. And then speaking of today's game, who could we expect to start the game? I expect that Guavon to ring the changes, to be honest. I think he has to be honest, so he can compete with the Ghanaian midfield. We'll definitely see Osimhen come back in to start the game. I heard Chukwueze did not train yesterday, so we should likely see Emmanuel Dennis come in to start on the right wing. So if I was to predict our starting lineup for tonight's game, Francis Uzoho should start and goal. I think we'll have the same defense. Olaino at right back, Zedu Sanusi at left back, Ekong and Balogun in centre back. Hopefully we see Atebo and Onyeka both start in midfield because I heard Innocent Bonke might be injured. So Atebo, Onyeka and Aribo just ahead of them. So we have a three-man midfield really providing support for our midfield and so they don't easily get overrun by the Ghanaians. Hopefully we'll see Dennis start with Osimhen and maybe Moses Simon might continue to start at left wing, but I wouldn't be surprised if Lookman starts the game just because we need some fresh ideas from our wingers in this game. Those are the main things we need to do. In terms of key decisions, we need a plan B in attack, apart from giving our wingers the ball and making them try to beat their first man and cut the ball back. We need to be incisive. We need to bring Osimhen into the game. We need to play the game closer to Ghana's goal, and we need to dominate the match because Ghana know that if they get a score draw or it's 0-0, if they get a score draw, they qualify to the World Cup. If it's 0-0 when it goes to extra time, that would be very, very nervous for Nigeria. So we really need to just find a way to bring Osimhen into the game and play to Aribo's strengths. We know Aribo is a creative player, so let's use that. And we also need to work on our set pieces and make sure that we use that as more of an outlet, considering we had just 2 corners in the entire game. Makeup of the midfield, as I said, that's going to be very, very crucial. Partey and Kudus were really, really good in the game on Friday. And I think another thing that would help Nigeria, what we have to look to do is get an early goal in the game. If we could get an early goal in the game, that calms the nerves. It means that the Ghanaians will have to push out to score an equalizer, and that could leave us with options where we could break through their defense to score more goals on the counter-attack. What are my predictions? My head says a 1-0 win to Nigeria, but my heart is hoping for a 2-0 win for Nigeria. Comfortable, so we're not panicking and scratching our teeth as the game goes. But make no mistake, this will be a very, very, very tough tie. And we wish Super Eagles all the best. So that's just a quick preview of what to expect from tonight's game. Make sure you have your flags or your jerseys because Lord knows Nigeria, we're going to need all the support we could get. Especially as we haven't played in the Abuja Stadium in well over 10 years. So it's going to be interesting to observe. But by God's grace, we're going to be in the World Cup and we'll partake in the draw on Friday. That's it for this episode of the Nigeria Football Weekly. Support the Eagles. The game is at 6 p.m. Nigerian time. You do not want to miss this one. It's the biggest game we've played in a long, long time. And by God's grace, Nigeria will be victorious. Take care. Peace out. And we'll be reviewing the game probably tomorrow, hopefully with good news, because that's what we all want for the Super Eagles. Take care and peace out. Thanks for watching this video. Please like, share, subscribe, and click the bell to get a notification whenever we drop a video. You can also find our social media channels listed below. And of course, up Super Eagles and Nigeria know they ever carry last.